But now that meeting's canceled, this door is locked.
This event really is meant to combine art and music together. And guys, this isn't even the half of it.
Had their eyes on turning this into a juvenile justice center. Whether you want more walking trails or if you're like my friend Hazel here and probably want some more dog parks.
You can see through it and it might be transparent. You might not be able to spot this out on the roadway.
That's the plane. You can see a little bit of that rubble down there, but just walk a little bit through this way. Through these trees right there, you can see the runway. For every single car here at Westside High School, a different opinion on what the mask policy should be.
The signs of the shooting are everywhere, including on this doorway where there's still evidence tape.
Traffic was so bad, but take a look at this. You're probably braver than a lot of people, including myself. I'm kind of trying to stick to the side here.
You live here and you're having a medical emergency.
Before the rise of online shopping and long before same-day delivery, the McCalls planted roots.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
In their little slice of heaven.
This was a quiet, nice country place. No one bothered you. I mean, not as much traffic.
An avid gardener over the years as her seeds grew.
Hummingbird vines, they multiply.
So did the traffic. The buzz of her hummingbirds drowned out by the zoom of cars. One car, this past June, wound up.
It was scary.
In her foundation.
It was scarier to them.
But everyone made it out all right.
You can replace a home, but you cannot replace a human being.
And with Amazon as her new neighbor, GDOT is working to add 2 roundabouts down the road.
People need to learn to slow down. There's others living on here coming out. You've got to be concerned about the other person, not just yourself.
The traffic here has nearly doubled in the past decade, with about 4,500 cars coming through a day, according to May 2021 data from GDOT. It's a different world, a different neighborhood, and a different street from 20 years ago. But for the McCalls,
any change that comes in is different, but there's a reason for it. Maybe we just don't understand it at this time, but we may later.
The changes are just different seeds.
Everything's in bloom.
Growth for the area, and maybe some different roots to plant. Celeste Springer on your side.
Jailers turned inmates. We don't know why those meant to protect and serve allegedly served up drugs and shanks to people behind bars instead.
These are the faces allegedly behind the contraband. Personnel photos turned to mugshots. Gabriella Anthony, Hunter Piper, Jackie Campbell, and Jaquan German, all charged with violating their oath. Their roles and duties to protect and serve, all outlined here. To prevent crime and disorder, but they're accused of creating it. The sheriff's office did a massive search of the jail following the allegations. They found shank after shank after shank. Tobacco was probably the least concerning thing they found. Pills, synthetic marijuana, those made the list too. We received this Charles Webster handbook from a prior open records request to the GBI. In it, it details that each shift must search 2 cells every day in each unit. Searches are unannounced and irregular. And while the most recent jail-wide search uncovered a treasure trove of drugs and weapons, what's more concerning is how they allegedly got there. 'Twas the countdown to Christmas, and all through the town, not a creature was stirring, well, except every Augustan around. Okay, I'm not going to spend the rest of this story rhyming, but you get the picture. It was busy.
Some people look happy doing it, some people don't look too happy.
Terrence McLean braved the store for just one thing. But like most everyone else here, he's got more to do.
Me and my wife, we got to go do a few little odds and ends, but for the most part, it's going to be real light, real simple.
Across town, we found plenty of truckers making a quick stop before working to get the shelves stocked.
We stayed pretty busy all through the whole thing. We hadn't slowed up none.
Greg Cowell is one of the lucky ones. He's headed back home for the holidays. But there will be other truckers on the road, the same ones that keep our small businesses stocked. Stocked, even though sales are through the roof.
Amazing. I'll start crying again. This has been our 8th year, and it has been our best season.
Gifts are flying off the shelves at Impressions of the South.
Want this one here?
The next step, praying they'll make it under the tree in time. But at the UPS store,
it's still, the thought of, that special surprise even after Christmas.
some people aren't letting the stresses of timelines get the best of them.